The Eagles on the morning coffee mix, and I gotta say good morning to the wonderful Mr. Fangorn.
From the heart of New Jersey, it's Mr. Fangorn.
How you doing, Mr. Fang?
Hi, Mr. James. How you doing?
I am doing great. Had a nice long weekend. I hope you had the same there in wonderful, was it sunny Jersey or rainy Jersey this weekend?
Beautiful week this week.
It's amazing after all the, finally getting that time of year where it's kind of nice. You can do some stuff outside and enjoy yourself. Well, Fang, first thing I want to ask you is, for some reason, I was told that you have a very big surprise for us this week. Would you care to share what that is?
I guess that I actually watched the show last night.
Oh my gosh, we were in sync last night. I happened to go to my mom's last night for my daughter and my dad went to see the Astros last night, who lost 6-1, by the way, and watched the show.
I wish I was with them.
I say that again.
I wish I was with them.
Yes, even in spite of well, you might have liked the Reds maybe because they played the Cincinnati Reds and such, but they went to the game last night. So my mom doesn't like to stay at home by herself too much, so I went over and took my daughter to my dad, and then they went to the game, and I watched the whole show last night, Fang, so we are actually in sync a little bit today. And the irony of that is I bought the theme to House this week. So in the background...
Let me get this straight, Dave. This show is about, has 5 people, a couple rehearses for 5 minutes, and then they dance for 2 minutes, and then they talk about their dancing for another 5 minutes.
Yes,
that's pretty much the whole show, right?
That's right, and then they put all the stuff in between that if they just did the dancing, it would be over in about, in a 30-minute segment, it would definitely be done, so... Of course, when they have more contestants on the show, it lasts a little bit longer. But now they're down to 5, of course. And
you know what was a pretty good talent show?
What's that?
Max Amateur Hour. Max Amateur Hour. I think he invented the applause meter. They could have gotten through that show in a half hour real easy with Ted Mack.
That's true because they kind of had, you kind of listen to the crowd and the boo. Maybe you could get like a boo meter too when they get upset at the judges when they say something they don't like. Last night they were on.
The tap dancer. They could get the tap dancer from the Showtime at the Apollo, and then he just come in and tap dance them all off.
That would be a very good way to do the show, I think. We need to send like a suggestion in or whatever for that. Well, Fang, as you watch, since you did get to see the show last night, there's something that make sure I get this right. You watched the show last night. There's someone that Mr. Fang you absolutely cannot stand. Who is it that you can't stand? Which character is it?
I don't like that Bruno guy. I don't think I want to watch the show ever again if he's going to be on.
Well, it's funny because last night when we watched it, my mom, that's actually her favorite character. So, he's the one that goes, he gets so excited and puts everything he can into it or whatever and stuff. And so there's Bruno, and then there's the old guy. I forget what the old guy's name is. And then there's the gal on the left.
I don't like him either.
So basically, you watched the show last night. What did you think about the dances last night? Was there a dance that kind of stood out that you actually maybe did like a little bit last night?
Well, I tell you, the first hour I watched it, but I don't remember any of it because I scrubbed it from my memory.
Okay.
But the second hour, I watched that pretty closely. And now the first thing you gotta this Karate Kid guy.
Yes, that's right.
He had a bad leg, and if he had Mr. Miyagi there to rub his leg, and then he'd go into a crane dance, he could have gotten through it, I think.
Yeah.
The crane technique.
Yeah, last night, for those of you that don't know, Ralph Macchio, you know him from the Karate Kid movies, he got hurt, and though he did dance last night, it was very evident in the dances that he was, I guess, kind of like Arch in the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, kind of turned up lame a little bit. And though he did do it, he did end up with the bottom scores. Now, the only problem is because he was a movie star, he's got a big fan base thing, so that kind of, helps him in the, because, it's like half of the vote from the judges and half of the vote of people calling in and texting in their votes for the folks. So this week, who do you... go ahead.
So Kirstie Alley, I was thinking about Ted Mack's Amateur Hour, and he had a whole bunch of people on who were contortionists. And I was thinking that Kirstie Alley and that other one, what's her name, Kristen, the one that got voted off?
Yes, that's right.
They'd make a good contest. They'd make a good contest between them doing contortionist moves.
Oh, my
God. 2 hours, I'd watch that.
Well, it's funny because they did last night. I think Kirstie, didn't she do the go under kind of move last night under the legs, or her dance partner did? I forget which. I think she did it last night. Let me ask you one other thing. Now, I forget which one it was, but did you see the outfit, the undie outfit that one girl had on last night?
I like the one with the tassels. The girl had tassels all over it. The second hour.
Yes,
and
that's right.
But she was the only one in the second hour that actually still had a dance, I think.
Yes. Okay, so Mr. Fang, here's the big question. After actually having some experience of seeing part of the show, though you did kind of get rid of that first hour, who do you think is going to get voted off of Dancing with the Stars tonight?
Well, in the second hour, there were 4 people who were terrible. But I think that Romeo guy, he did good for the first 30 seconds or 10 seconds, and then he forgot that he was there or something, and he didn't do nothing. So I think he's going to get out tonight.
So Romeo is the person that Mr. Fangorn is looking for, being gone from Dancing with the Stars. Fang, I hope that you can scrub this from your memory. Is there, by any chance, on some other channel, is there a house rerun that will kind of scrub this from your memory tonight?
I'm going to have to look up the house online and have it stream or whatever it is they do. Yes,
or maybe you can do like you do, is find your medicine cabinet and find some Vicodin to kind of rub it out of your memory. So, Mr. Fangorn, thank you so much.
Enough of that. Take care, Dave.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Well, we have a very special guest on the phone. I want to say hello to our good friend and listener, Mr. Robert. Robert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good today, James. How's it going?
It's going very well. Of course, Robert's been listening to the show for quite a while. It's good to hear your voice here. So, Robert, do you ever see the show Dancing with the Stars?
I've seen it once or twice. I watched a little bit last week. I didn't get a chance to watch it last night, but that probably makes it perfect for me to call in today.
Well, do you have a favorite character of the show? Is there like one that you like quite a bit? You know, there's Ralph Macchio, Kirstie Alley, and Heinz Ward, the football player, and Romeo. Do you have kind of a favorite, just a character of the stuff that they've done on either film or on the football field or such?
Well, I like Kirstie Alley. You know, when she was a long time ago, of course, on Cheers, and when she was in, I think it was the second Star Trek movie, I thought she did a really good job, and I've always been kind of a fan of hers back in the day. I can't say that I'm a fan of her dancing or anything. I've only watched her one time, but
yeah, she's a little bit.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, it's amazing. She's done a lot better, but she's kind of sometimes she doesn't have a lot of energy when she's out there dancing and stuff. But she's very saucy. That's what I like about her. She always kind of kids around, a lot of innuendo with her partner there and stuff. I always like that quite a bit. So Robert, who do you think is going to get voted off Dancing with the Stars tonight as you go up against the one and only Mr. Fangorn?
Well, in that light, and just to let everybody know, I'm always wrong about these things. So I'm going to say Kirstie Alley, and that will probably guarantee that she won't be. But I'm going to say Kirstie Alley will be gone after tonight.
Okay, well, Kirstie Alley gets the vote to get voted off by Mr. Robert here. Of course, Mr. Fangorn, he decided that his vote was Romeo. We will see who it is. Robert, because how much you listen to the show, we know what your favorite song is. One of your favorite songs on the show, of course, goes by the name of Moonlight Feels Right. So I'm going to close your segment out. Thanks for calling so much, Robert.
Thanks.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.